In this last section, we're going to have a in-class activity and you're going to solve some questions. So again, here are the different questions that you have to solve. Some of them will be in the final in your final exam, and some of them will be in your test, in the second test. And again, we are going to meet at around 11 a.m. and you have to upload it to date. Again, this is more for the attendance. You can send me your write it by hand, or you can type it. You don't have to show how you did the things. If you do it, I think it's better for you for the test, so you start understanding in more details. And again, you will have videos for you in case that you have any question. In this exercise, you will have it will be divided in 7 sections. In the first one, you will have to review some of the Mendelian principles. So I want that you remember what is a segregation and independent assortment. Then in the second section, I want that you remember that traits are more complex than predicted by simple Mendelian genetics. So I will ask you some question about that. Then we are going to talk about degrees of dominance. So some of them that we saw in the video lecture. Later we will move to multiple alleles, all the different blood types. And then we will move to examples of pleiotropy, epistasis, and finally we will finish with X-linked traits. So let's start working on that. So let's start reviewing some of the Mendelian principles of segregation and independent assortment. In the first section of your assignment, I just wanted that you review the Mendelian principles. So in addition to know this schematic, I want that you remember what are the implications. And this, I ask you the following questions, these 3 questions. So I wanted that you remember that Mendel didn't know what it was a chromosome or DNA. He talked about heritable factors or factors of inheritance, and now we call them genes. The second answer, and remember that genes are passed from parents to the offspring. He didn't know what was an allele. This is the second answer. And now we know that genes come in different versions that now we call alleles. And we get one from each parent. And I wanted that you review what is a dominant and what is a recessive allele. That is the third and the fourth answers. Now, here you find the fourth and the fifth question. And as we talked before, the first one is the law of segregation, and the fifth one will be the law of independent assortment. Remember that one is for this one, talk about is just for single genes. This is for multiple genes.